It's been 10 months since Xiaomi launched the Redmi Note 5 Pro in India, and the upgrade is already here. The Redmi Note 6 Pro is now official for India. So what has really changed with the new variant of the Redmi Note phone? Let's find out in our review. The first thing that has changed with the Redmi Note 6 Pro is that this one has a slightly bigger 6.26-inch display with a 19:9 aspect ratio. Now the previous Redmi Note 5 Pro had a 5.9-inch display with an 18:9 aspect ratio. Xiaomi has introduced a notch on the front which houses the two front cameras. Now as we've experienced on previous Redmi phones, the display is more than adequate considering the price of this series. The display is very good if you're looking for video consumption and gaming, and it is slightly bigger as well. Now Xiaomi also says that the newer phone has a slightly better build because it is made with 6000 series aluminium. Still, the design has not changed much and the overall look and feel is very much Redmi. Now, Redmi Note 6 Pro continues with the same Qualcomm Snapdragon 636 processor paired with 4GB or 6GB of RAM. That's the same as the one on the Redmi Note 5 Pro. Xiaomi is still continuing with the dual hybrid SIM slot. There's no dedicated microSD slot as we see on the Redmi 6 series. In terms of performance and benchmarks, Redmi Note 6 Pro scores very similar to the previous variant. For us, it scored around 1,10,000 plus on Antutu, and that's the score that we also got on the Redmi Note 5 Pro. Overall, the phone has no heating issues as such, and there's no major lag with performance, be it gaming or just running your regular task. However, don't expect a drastic leap in performance with the Redmi Note 6 Pro. So the Redmi Note 6 Pro continues with a 12MP plus 5MP camera at the back. On the front now it has a 20MP plus 2MP camera combination. Now Xiaomi has changed the sensors at the back of the phone and increased the aperture size as well. Now with the Redmi Note 5 Pro, I thought it performed pretty well in daylight given the price. With the Redmi Note 6 Pro, this impression pretty much continues, though I can't say that I see like a drastic improvement in terms of performance. Now the rear camera does quite well in indoor lighting, though it's not as good as the Mi A2, which I think still set the camera standard for Xiaomi. The selfie camera is likewise adequate, but it tends to go really aggressive with skin smoothing, and I find that very jarring. The Redmi Note 6 Pro continues with a 4000 mAh battery on board. This should easily last a day for most users, and in our own usage we saw that it was lasting more than a day, and we use this phone for navigation. We have WhatsApp on this, notifications coming in, and it does fare very well on the battery front. However, Xiaomi has not introduced a micro USB port on this phone yet. Another small change with the Redmi Note 6 Pro is that this one comes with P2I coating. This means that the phone should stay safe against small splashes or if it accidentally gets wet in the rain. However, Xiaomi is not advertising this as waterproof, and it is not. If you do deliberately decide to soak this phone, it won't remain okay. Redmi Note 6 Pro continues to run Android 8.1 Oreo, though it does come with MIUI 10. The fact that there's no Android Pie on this phone yet is very disappointing. However, the new MIUI 10 does come with some new gestures which are similar to what we've seen on Android Pie. The gestures do need some polishing, I feel, but once you get the hang of it, they are easy to figure out. So what's our verdict for the Redmi Note 6 Pro? Honestly, it feels like I'm reviewing the same phone again. Redmi Note 6 Pro is definitely not for those who have a Redmi Note 5 Pro, which remains a capable phone. Xiaomi is hoping that those who are still using the older Redmi Note 4, Redmi Note 3, or even a Redmi 5 or Redmi 5A might consider this for an upgrade. Xiaomi, when it came to India, was all about specifications and price. Now it has also become associated with stability and reliable performance. With Redmi Note 6 Pro, that's what Xiaomi is offering, and that's what gives it an edge over the competition.